What is the best assault rifle in Star Citizen? Well, we're about to review all the stats on paper and compare them all in real combat scenarios to see how they perform in the field. ARs are probably my favorite weapons in the game due to their stopping power, range and accuracy. But which one is right for you? Of course, I'll be using no attachments whatsoever for these tests because that would defeat the purpose. So let's go. Starting with the selective fire energy laser Gallant assault rifle by Klaus and Vanner. Holding a decent clip size of 45 rounds, this gun is absolutely deadly in the right hands thanks to its ammo burst fire modes that fires either 3 or 5 round bursts. But that perk is also its downfall. You see, even though these bullets have a high rate of fire and muzzle velocity, allowing you to shoot pretty far, there's no option for firing single rounds. This means that those 45 bullets suddenly don't seem so much anymore, and if you like precise shooting, even though it has an effective range of 50 meters, this might not be the AR for you due to its terrible recoil. Of course, although attachments can help mitigate that somewhat, the Gallant rifle is probably the one I use the least on this list. It's not bad, it's just not for me. It also got buffed a few months ago with a 4.8 kilometer range apparently, though I doubt that's accurate. It's more like 1.6 kilometers at the very most if I had to take an educated guess based on my actual testing. So take the max range you see online at the time of making this with a grain of salt. Then going from least used to one of my most used assault rifles in Star Citizen, the Karna by Aztec Arms, known for their plasma energy weapons. Now, the Karna doesn't have the range, muzzle velocity or clip size of the Gallant, but it's better in every way. Here's why. You see, first you get 3 firing modes: burst, charged and fully automatic. So it just fits more playstyles right off the bat. I mean, AR rifles are all about mid-range combat and playing Rambo guns ablaze. Which brings us to stopping power. Those plasma rounds, especially within that 20 meter effective range, are deadly and highly accurate, even at its max range of 1.2 kilometers. Whether you like close range combat or picking enemies off from afar, you simply can't go wrong with the Karna. Is it the best assault rifle? Probably not, but for my particular style, it's definitely up there with the best. I used to be a P4 AR guy, like most players in the verse, until someone mentioned to me that I should try a Karna sometime. I did so and wasn't an immediate fan, to be frank, but after doing a ton of mercenary and bounty contracts, I've never looked back. Try it. Which brings us to the next gun on the list, the P4AR by Bearing Applied Technology. Alphabetically, I know the Killshot should be next, but we'll get to it in just a moment. First, let's look at the P4. This is arguably the most popular assault rifle in Star Citizen by a good few miles, due to its firepower and the fact that you'll almost never run out of ammo. That's because both players and especially NPCs usually have tons of P4AR clips on them no matter where you go. It's the weapon of choice for security and military forces around the verse, especially those sporting medium armor. With an effective range of between 40 and 50 meters and a max range of 1.1 kilometers, this ballistic weapon gives you 3 firing modes: 3 round bursts, semi and fully automatic. Having the option to fire either single shots or go brrr when you need to is absolutely crucial for an assault rifle if you ask me. The P4AR is extremely powerful with the right attachments, though without them it's loud and has terrible recoil, though it would always be one of my favorites that's for sure. Oh, and fun fact you might not know is that it has a foldable stock, just like its smaller brother, the P8SC submachine gun seen in this video. That means that technically it can fold in half, taking less inventory space in theory, though in-game it has no animations and takes up the same amount of inventory space as any other AR, for now at least. This brings us to the big brother, the P8 AR by Bearing Applied Technology. This ballistic assault rifle is the premier choice for UEE Marines around the verse due to its incredible firepower and accuracy up to 2.3 kilometers. It's crazy good, especially if you're a better shot than me or prefer a more stealthy FPS gameplay style and pick your enemies off one by one from afar. The P8 is more like a sniper rifle as opposed to an AR. I say that because you only have one fire mode, single shots, and a small ammo clip size of 15 rounds. One of, if not the most deadly weapons within that 50-meter effective range if we're talking damage per bullet. Though the fact that you'll be frantically clicking your fire button under pressure doesn't make it all that great for players like myself who aren't that precise with their shots and prefer to spray and pray. None of that with the P8 AR. Though if you're a great shot and can stay cool under intense pressure in a firefight or while getting chased, this might be the ultimate choice for you. And now for the Killshot AR by Gray's Market, the Dr. Frankenstein-like manufacturers of Star Citizen. This twin ballistic energy assault rifle, yes, you heard that right, fires both ballistic and energy projectiles, alternating between the two between shots. It's essentially a scrapped Gallant and P4 AR smashed together to create this epic monstrosity of a weapon. It takes up less space than other AR rifles at the moment. Not sure whether that's intended or a temporary bug, but you can throw quite a few of these even in medium backpacks, which is cool. With a max range of 1.75 kilometers and effective range between 50 and 60 meters, depending on which bullet leaves the chamber next, the Killshot holds 45 clips of ammo and is pretty sweet to say the least. If I had to pick between a Gallant or P4 AR, I'd get the Killshot. The damage feels great, the recoil isn't as bad as the latter, and accuracy is very good for an assault rifle. Definitely one of the better options on this list. Just a pity we can't dual wield two of these. Imagine that. This is the P48R on steroids. So if that sounds awesome to you, well, you're right. Sticking with Star Citizen's new additions, up next we have the Parallax Energy Assault Rifle by Verified Off-World Laser Technologies. The Parallax fires electron bullets at a velocity of 600 meters per second and has an effective range of 200 meters and holds 80 rounds, almost double that of your standard AR ammo clips. The weapon is semi-automatic, so you can fire either single shots or hold down the fire button for a Ghostbusters-like beam that will melt anything in range. Speaking of melting, if you don't lift your finger off the trigger, your rifle will start overheating and shut down on you if it gets too hot. Definitely not ideal in the middle of a firefight, although the longer you hold that trigger, the faster those bullets start flying. Not only that, but they start fragmenting into smaller pieces. There's also almost zero recoil while you manage your fire well, as the recoil only starts picking up once your AR starts overheating. If you're within 20 to 30 meters range from your target, there's absolutely nothing more powerful than the Parallax from what I can tell doing these tests. Just time your shots well and you'll quickly learn how far you can push this gun, as well as how insanely OP this AR is compared to other assault rifles on this list. Even though I really like the Killshot Killshot, Karna and S71, which we'll get to in a second, there's a good reason you'll see a lot of players rocking the Parallax. Then finally we have the S71, a semi-automatic assault rifle by Gemini. This ballistic AR fires 5mm rounds and come equipped with OT4RF optics with 4 times magnification. Though for this test we won't be using any attachments whatsoever as mentioned before. Being highly effective up to 100 meters and max range of 2.4 kilometers, the S71 seems more like a sniper rifle as opposed to an AR on paper, but that couldn't be further from the truth. This thing is every bit as deadly at close range combat as it is from afar. What I probably like most about this weapon is that you can actually feel the weight of the bullets as you fire. Is it just me? I'm not sure, but the S71 feels like the P8 AR I've always wanted. And by that I mean that it has the range and oomph of the P8, but with much more versatility and bigger clip sizes, carrying 30 rounds of ammo to be exact. The rounds are quite a bit smaller than other assault rifles on the list, but don't be fooled, as the S71's precision at medium range and a muzzle velocity of 1200 meters per second more than makes up for the 5mm bullet size. It's a favorite weapon among bounty hunters and private military professionals around the verse. If I ever feel like just having fun doing target practice on NPCs, this is definitely one of my favorites. As for which assault rifle is best in Star Citizen, it really depends on your particular playstyle. There's no one glove fits all AR, unless we all had the same accuracy, reflexes and ability to stay cool under pressure. But what's your favorite and why? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.